Motion Pictures Production Code, informally known as the Hays Code, was a set of moral guidelines that restricted the content of all Hollywood films. It was enacted in 1930 under the general principle that no film should lower the moral standards of those who see it. The code regulated how certain topics could be depicted, if at all, on screen. These topics include violence, sex, drug use, profanity, complete or partial nudity, risque dancing, and religion. Although these archaic codes may seem like a thing of the past, the ideology behind them still exists in how films are written and produced today. Women's sexuality especially is still heavily policed by a set of moral standards. The lasting legacy of the Hays Code can be seen in almost every modern film.
She called you a bitch and you a slut.
A slut? She called me a slut?
Although established in 1930, the code was not strictly enforced until 1934. This period of time between 1930 and 1934 is known as pre-code Hollywood, and it was during this time that women have been the most liberated on screen. Due to the popularity of stars like Norma Shearer and Greta Garbo, women were seen in roles that pushed the limits of society at the time. One example is Shearer's role in The Divorcee. In this film, she plays the role of a wife whose husband is cheating on her. To take revenge, she cheats on him with his best friend. And in a crucial scene, Shearer confronts her husband in an impassioned monologue.
You're the only man in the world that my door is closed to!
Another film that ignored the censors was Queen Christina, starring Greta Garbo. A biopic of the 17th century Queen of Sweden, the film did not shy away from her bisexuality. Instead, it featured a scene of Garbo kissing another woman. Following these pre-code films, the content of movies drastically changed at the start of the code's strict enforcement in 1934. This led to the dividing curtain between beds in It Happened One Night, and even the lengthening of Betty Boop's skirt. Post-code Hollywood meant that women and their sexuality were to be repressed on the basis of morality. Now, given the state of Hollywood today, which has celebrated the works of established actresses such as Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, and Jodie Foster, as well as younger stars like Jennifer Lawrence and Brie Larson, one could think that Hollywood has made huge strides towards progress. However, upon closer examination, it's clear that the motion pictures code still permeates the industry today. There's slut-shaming and prude-shaming, as women are expected to act within moral standards.
Well, if you say you haven't, you're a prude. If you say you have, you're a slut.
Women who don't hold professional positions or roles of power and instead exist simply as objects for men. And LGBT characters are still often demonized and presented as less moral than their straight counterparts. Despite these setbacks, modern cinema has managed to bring us films such as Obvious Child, Easy A, and Diary of a Teenage Girl that attempt to honestly depict women and their sexualities. Overall, the Motion Pictures Production Code has left a lasting mark on the film industry. Female characters are burdened with an outdated sense of morality, and modern filmmakers must write against these stereotypes and aim to feature realistic portrayals of women.